Start. Harry Brown rolls the 47 into pole position then, with Harrison Johns alongside on the front row. Shields on the left, then it's Wilkins on the right of the middle row. Oblang in 5th with Frame in 6th. Everybody making their way through. The grid is clear for go. Looking up at the lights, we're away and racing. It's a good start from Brown. Shields is going to try and insert his car into 2nd place. Harrison Johns gets alongside, and they're going to be 3 wide up the back straight. Amy Frame round the outside. Christian Oblang comes to the inside. They're going to have to sort themselves out, and they do before the corner at the top of the hill. And Max Shields is through down the inside of Harry Brown. Brown goes wide then. Could that compromise? Exit in Frame. Spins round, tipped into a spin once again. And it looks like Wilkins is on the grass. Frame is on the grass. Harrison Johns coming down the hill, having got involved in that one as well. And Harry Brown and Christian Oblang have managed to ride that one out. Brown was in 2nd, Oblang coming through the pack. And that's going to mean the top 3 are going to break away. Wilkins then comes through in 4th place down the hill. Frame in 4th is going to be 5th, I think, or Harrison Johns, I think, in 5th. Frame will be in the background. They'll come through. So I have to wait then for 4th, 5th and 6th to come through in a few moments' time as they come through. And we're still waiting. That's Harrison Johns' problems. Left rear puncture. That tyre ripped completely off the bead for Harrison Johns. So that means that car is going absolutely nowhere. And we are down to 5 runners in Junior Pro Kart, with Shields leading the way. Harry Brown still holding on to 2nd place from Christian Oblang as they make their way up the hill into that right-hander. Oblang closing in, but it's going to be single file pretty much. These carts are a lot wider as they come down the hill. And Brown comes through. Oblang, they can't overtake there anyway because of that cart of Harrison Johns. Means that there's going to be a yellow flag out at the post down there. 2 minutes into this race then, and Maximus Shields leads with a commanding lead of 1.6 seconds so far. Up the hill they go with Brown in 2nd place. Still holding off Christian Oblang. There's Thomas Wilkins in 3rd with Amy Frame now so Wilkins in 4th, Frame in 5th, as it looks like Brown and Oblang were side by side down the hill, but Brown still holding on to 2nd place. And Oblang try and get to the inside. No, Brown parking that cart, one of the youngest drivers in this class, and now Oblang's going to try and get to the inside as they go round the right-hander, down the left into compression. Yellow flag still out, so no overtaking as they deal with that cart of Harrison Johns on the run down that hill there. Now we're going to be green as they head towards that final corner. Brown gives Oblang half a cart width to the inside. Now Oblang's going to try and get to the inside, but then potentially could rub off too much speed, but I think he's going to have track position, and through comes Christian Oblang on Harry Brown for 2nd place. The gap though to your leader Max Shields is almost 4 seconds, and that is unassailable unless Shields has any sort of problems in the remaining 5 minutes plus 1 lap of this race. Brown still close enough to Oblang that Oblang can't rest on this one, so it looks like Brown's managing to stick with, and let's see whether he can follow him down this hill as Oblang takes a huge chunk of curb to the inside there and then uses that to fire himself out the other side. So as they come through, the gap out to 5.3 seconds, almost a second and a half on that last lap did Shields take out of Christian Oblang. In moving away, it was 3.9, now it's 5.3. But Harry Brown managing to stick with the driver of the 76. And this is going to drag Brown away from Wilkins, who's coming through there in the background. The gap between 2nd and 3rd is around about 4 seconds. Harry Brown is sticking with Christian Oblang down this hill. Pretty much in the wheel track, sets a personal best as well, 2/10 quicker than Oblang. Oblang with almost a 48 dead. Brown at 47.8. Amy Frame behind them also sets a personal best. She's chasing down Thomas Wilkins. There they are in the background. She sets a 47.7 as Harry Brown closes right in on the back of Christian Oblang into the corner at the top of the hill into Spoon. There is your race leader though, Max Shields, beyond half race distance in this Junior Pro Kart final. And here today at GYG has had the upper hand on his championship rival Christian Oblag. It was very, very tight at Lid last month. This one, he's moving away. It was 6.5 seconds now as Oblag comes over the line in second, with Harry Brown half a second back, but still close enough to take advantage of any mistakes. Up the hill, Amy Frame, the gap is down to under 2 seconds off the back of Thomas Wilkins. It's 1.8 between them. Could she close in? She's going to need about 3 or 4 tenths a lap in this remaining 3 minutes plus 1 lap of this third heat for Junior Pro Kart here. There's the stricken kart of Harrison Johns. Unfortunately, they're going to need to re-inflate that tyre, and hopefully there's not been any damage to the rim, or they're going to have to take that to the scrutineer and have a tyre. It's still all well and good applied to another rim. The top 5, as they are at the moment on track running: Shields, Oblag, Brown, Wilkins and Frame. Johns into retirement. The gap closing ever so slightly. Amy Frame down to 1.4 seconds now. The gap to Thomas Wilkins for 4th place. So I think she could potentially catch before the end, but might not have enough time to mount a challenge. Oblag and Brown come down the hill, still half a second between them, although Brown has dropped off. He was within striking distance a few laps ago, but now is settling into 3rd place. The gap opens out to a little under 1 second with 1.5 minutes remaining in Junior Pro Kart heat number 3. The gap back then to Thomas Wilkins is still around about 5 seconds, but Amy Frame is closing in. The gap now under a second from Frame, and she's going to be close enough at the end here to potentially make a move as Oblang starts opening up that gap on Harry Brown. And Brown here just needs to hold on now for 3rd place, which would be his best finish, having taken his best finish in 4th place in the first heat of the day. Be trying to bring this one home for the final few minutes of this race. Just needs to bring it across the line. He was already ran in second for much of the early phase of this race, keeping Christian Oblag behind. Then Oblag's been able to move away. Frame puts in a personal best, and you can see them coming up the hill, and she's right on the back of Thomas Wilkins. 4th place is not done with yet, as Amy Frame making her way right up onto the back of Thomas Wilkins in the battle for 4th and 5th. And catch them in the background in a few moments as they come down the hill. We'll see if we can see, and Amy Frame is through on Thomas Wilkins by the look of it, as we will catch them as they come into this carousel left-hander, and there is the 14 in front of Thomas Wilkins. So Frame recovers from being on the grass at the start of this one to run now in 4th place, having got past the 67. Down the hill they come then for what will be the penultimate time, because the time at the top has elapsed, and we will have the last lap board out for Maximus Shields when they come over the line next time round. Another personal best for Harry Brown, 47.7. He's consistent in them 47.7s. They're just getting slightly quicker and quicker every single time he comes round. The gap's still about a second from Christian Oblag, but he's going to be 3rd at the flag if he can just about hold on to that kart. He's comfortable at the moment, doesn't have to look back at Frame or Wilkins as this battle continues now. And it's often the case the driver uses one to tow up, gets through, gets on the back, but then can't break away as they come through. Max Shields leads then, a commanding lead then of 8.84 seconds. Might even be more now as Oblag comes over the line, 9.3. Shields could take this by over 10 seconds. Out at the front, continuing to push the 181 machine. Wilkins with a personal best off the back of Amy Frame. Still not giving up on that 4th place with a 48.033. As Shields in the orange, black and white kart, the gold helmet, befitting his status as one of the finest junior pro karters, the champion in this class last season, comes down the carousel, down the section towards the final corner. 3 heats, 3 victories for Max Shields, and a fastest lap as well as he crosses the line to take the checkered flag. Now we've got that wait for Christian Oblag in second place. Through he comes for second, and Harry Brown with third place takes his best ever finish in Junior Pro Kart, with Amy Frame and Thomas Wilkins completing your 5 runners, with Harrison Johns retiring on the opening lap when the tyre came off the bead.